Students who are in the online. Am I audible, students?
This meeting is being
Those who
recorded.
says good morning, I am also saying good morning. Online students, am I audible? So now I will move to the further. What was our last class concept? Hmm? What is that? What is our last class concept? Come on. Functions in socket module. Okay. Functions in socket module. So go to the place. So 9 a.m. Under that networks. Under that networks. Under that module name. So module name required for development of network socket module things. So socket off, bind off, next is listen off. These are called configuring the server socket. Accept, most important, last class. Once you accept it, client socket object will come plus client side address will come from which IP address the client made a request. RECV, we will be using it to receive the data both at the server side as well as client side. Server side I will use to accept the request, used at client side to receive the response. So bytes object, client socket object dot recv, you have to specify the size of the data which you are receiving. It is in the form of bytes object. We will convert into what? Getting into the understandable format. Bytes object dot decode of, we are getting str data. That str data we can convert it. That str data we can convert it in possible using by using typecasting functions. Now you'll use it send off with what? Encode. So yesterday there was some disturbance in the class and you attended online. I think first time you attended online, right? Attended online or just jump? Attended online? Any disturbance in the voice? Some disturbance, right? So then understood this now. So wherever there is a disturbance, I stopped it also. Even I felt some inconvenient yesterday, and now I will continue it. So even that was unexpected yesterday. Send off with what? Encode off. What is the send off with encode? Here you look at the diagram once. Look at the diagram here. So where you can use send, you just try to tell now where we can use send. Quick. Client side request sending. Client side request sending. Next, server side response sending. Server side response sending. So client side request receiving, client side request response receiving. So we are using send function now for request sending as well as response sending. So I'm going to use it send. So syntax I'll write it. Syntax I'm writing. This is send function to be generally called with what? Which object? That is the that matters a lot. This object you see students to send the request, which object we use? Client socket, I will use it. So that data will be coming. So once it is sent, I will accept it and the response is ready. Where are you keeping the response? In CS. In CS, because the client socket object, I already accepted it. I'll keep the response in where? CS. Again, I want to send the response. So who is going to send the response to the client? CS only will send because already CS contains which data? Response data. So CS only will send the response. From which side? Server side. That will become sending. So here I am writing which object dot, which object dot, client socket object dot send off. What is the value I am passing? Here value I am writing. Generally students, this value should not be sent as a plain data. You should not send the data in the form of plain format. Here, when I decode, when I received it, I got in the form of bytes. I was applied what? Decode off. So I got it in STR. Similarly, to send the plain data, if you send as it is, security will be lost. Plain data to be converted into what? Bytes format. Bytes format. So plain data want to send it to bytes format, where the function called what? Encode function is available. There was written some type of algorithm behind that. So encode of this encode of function present in where? str object it is present. str object it is present. Already we have seen in str lot of functions you have seen. On the y side, one more function is there. You will come across in where? In further I side. That is called which function it is? Encode function. Present in which object? But what is my value? My value can be int type, float type, bool type, many types. So I will convert all these things into which type? str of. str of dot what here? Encode of. So what is my conclusion here? This value to be converted into which type? str of value. str of value. str of value. I need to convert the given data. This is called what data? Non-str value, students. This is known as what? Non-str value. Converted into which type? str type. Dot what I am writing? Encode I am going to write it. Encode of I am writing it. str of non-str value converted into non-str value into str. Dot what? Encode of I am going to do. So this will be generally taking which data? Bytes data. In this entire place, which data will come? Bytes data. How the bytes data will be coming generally? Bytes data. Bytes data is equal to like this. str of non-str value into encode, and you can say like this. Or otherwise, if you feel comfortable, I can write it simply. I can write it simply. This entire data in single line, I can mention it. This value I am going to write it. What is that value here? This entire thing I can mention here. So I hope that it is more clear. I hope it is more clear. I think so. This is sending. At which side we use it? This function is used for sending, sending, hmm, request, request of client to server, and it can also be used. It can also be used. It can also be used. Hmm, it can also be used to send response of server side program to client side program. This both the places I can use it. This is about what? Send function. So send and receive are both of them are used in both the sides, both at client side as well as server side. Last one I am talking about the connect function. So I am talking about the connect function. So what is this connect function? Now I am going to take it very easy. Now I am going to talk about connect. So syntax is strictly used at which side? Client side only we use it. Client dot bind and client dot listen is at server side. Client dot connect is at which side? Client side. Server side, any socket want to make it as a server, we have to go for what? Bind and listen. Anything you want to make it as what? Client, you have to write connect. So what I'm writing now? Socket, client socket object dot what? Connect. It will take two parameters in the form of tuple. In the form of tuple, it will take it. That is, one is called what here? I will take it as what? DNS, and one more is what? IP address. IP address. Comma, what I am writing? Port number I am writing it. Port number I am writing it. In the form of what you need to pass? Tuple you need to pass it. Tuple. So here, this function is used for this function is used for obtaining connection from which side program? Server side program. Obtaining server connection from server side program. Example, if I take it, create an object of socket. S is equal to socket of socket of S dot what I'm writing connect of. I can write it in a tuple format. So I'm writing localhost localhost comma some number I'm writing 888. You can also write this as what S dot connect of S dot connect of. I can write it 127.0.0.1 comma. I can write 999 or 888. Just I wrote like this. So I think it is more clear. This is for what? Connecting to the socket object from connection side. From client side, you are going to use it. This is a library and a module required for development of networking application. Now I will go to the coding, right? Open the notes. So steps already I said steps in the last class. Client side program, how to develop it. Server side program, how to develop it. Already made it very clear. So let us go to the program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program to implement the following. To implement the following. To implement the following. So program A. So I'm writing program A. There are two programs will be there in the networking always. So first program is what program here? What program it is? Server program I am writing. And this is comes under B is comes under a client. Client this is. So now I'm writing. Write down. Write a write a server program. Write a server program in such a way that write a server program in such a way that in such a way that write a server program in such a way that it should receive it should receive it should receive a value it should receive a value from it should receive a numerical value it should receive a numerical value from client side program comma square it and send the result to client side program client side program send the result to the client side program send the result to the client side program client also will write a write a here I will write a client side program write a client program in such a way that it should accept it should accept a numerical value it should accept a numerical value from keyboard write a client program in such a way that it should accept a numerical value from keyboard comma send to server side program send to server side program send to server side program and get its square get its square get its square from server side program from server side program from server side program this is about question and implementation we need to do it two programs I need to write it so after this is done carefully try to watch it so to do these programs I require two physical machines required in one machine I will type which program server program client I will write. Of course, client.py I will write it. One more system. This is another system. This is another system. This is a server.py I will write it. Both the programs, both these systems must be physically connected. Both these things must be physically connected. So this is what you need to have physical connection. Some network set must be made it. But here I have only one system is there. How you can execute like a network program like? How can you make your system as a logical partition like a two systems? There are there is a way. There is a technical implementation. I'll go to one CMD. I'll go to the CMD. I will open one command prompt. Here, this is called one command prompt cd kvr python 9am cd networks. This is called one command prompt. Another command prompt I will open it. Another command prompt I will open it. This is another command prompt I am opening it. E colon cd kvr python 9am cd networks here. This is two command prompts. Two command prompts are nothing but two physical devices. This is a device. This is a device. This is your computer. This is one command prompt. This is another computer. There I am having what you know. This is called another device. What it sends, it will go to the above. What it sends, it will come to the below. It is nothing but one system made thinking as two devices by opening two separate DOS prompts. If there is any environment which you come across in your further times, you can have if both the systems are interconnected to each other, if both the multiple systems are interconnected to each other, and any kind of network is available like that, you type one program on one machine, you type another program on another machine, and you mention the IP address of this machine here, and you can have the communication between these two devices. So here we are having two devices like this. One is server side program. Here I will execute server side program. Here I will execute what? Client side program I will execute it. So I think you have to do like this when you are going to execute even in your programming when you are practicing it. So go to the place now. I want to write this code. Go to this place, Python here, edit plus others, and say Python here. In PyCharm also you can do it, but PyCharm you cannot see two DOS prompts at a time there. That's why better to go for edit plus and open the command prompt, and then you can view like this. You can view like this and you can do it. There's a better way. PyCharm doesn't show two command prompts at a time. Better to go like this only. So I'm going to take it the program number one. This is a server program I am taking. This is a server program I am taking. So try to take care. So here I'm going to write it. So try to take care here. So I'm going to so I think 1 minute and send the response to this place. This is a server program I'm writing. Here I'm going to write it. Now I will start writing the coding. So tell me, how do you write the code? Steps already. I already made you to do the steps in the class. Already made it to say the steps in the class. How do you take up the steps here? Import. Go to this place once. Here already available here. Steps for developing. Server side program steps are there. And the client side program steps are there. Now I need to start. Import the socket model. Import the socket. Strictly we'll go for the steps. Second step is what? There I am having every server side program must create an object of socket. So I must create an object of socket. How do you create an object of socket here? I'll go to this place. Now I'll write it. S is equal to what? socket dot S is equal to socket dot socket off, socket dot socket off created. But which socket it is? Server socket or client socket, that matters a lot. Where I already said to you, every server side program must bind with certain DNS, IP address, and you must make it to configure. So I will write it yes dot bind. With whom I need to bind? Yes dot bind. With whom I need to bind? In the same system only. Suppose if you are having some different system you are binding with, you have to write that IP address. That IP address you need to write, which is present in the same environment. Suppose 198.168.0.0.1, which is known as what here? Which is known as what here? So, like this, we are having it. This is called one type of what? Value we are having. Value we are having. The type of address I need to represent, provided that IP address related mission is required. Here I am writing 127.0.0.1. This is a value I am having. And port number I need to mention. The port number, students, as on today, the port numbers in the internet are available. 65,536 port numbers are available. These are the port numbers which are already reserved in the internet world. That means 0 to, if I, this is this many, if I start from 0 onwards, it is taking 65,535 things are available. So they are representing only positive numbers only represented. So they made it by 2. It is going to become almost 32,767, this type of number. And negative side, they gone forward, this one. So don't represent any negative port number and try to represent only positive numbers within this range. That is taken it as port number is in the form of what? 2 to the power of what? So 2 bytes means what? 16. So 2 to the power of 16, you will get this answer, and it is from 0, you will be getting this one. If you make it by 2, 2 divisions will be coming. Negative numbers not taking. The port numbers are available in the internet world is 32,762. So the port number should be within this value, you need to mention it. And some port numbers are already reserved by the universal people, like Oracle, you take it. They reserved a port number in the internet world as what? 1521. 1521. If you go to Django level, server, you take it, server. There is a 8080 server is there. And you can change this port number by yourself at the time of learning Django, you will come across. So finally, the port number which you are selecting, it should be better to go for less than what? 32,767. So better, tell you always, take some 4-digit number. So I'm taking here called what? So 8558 I am taking. So I'm taking some vehicle number I am taking. So I'm taking this number. That too you have to mention in the form of what? A tuple. Tuple I'm going to represent it. So there I'm going to write it binding with what? My local system, my default IP address. With this port number, my server side program want to run it. I need to configure it. Next step you see, I must configure it. I must configure it to run at the same place. So how do you write it? Yes dot what? Yes dot what? Listen. Yes dot listen. I need to go for writing 2. Yes dot listen of 2. So I must make it as listen of 2. So if I write it yes dot listen of 2, the server side program can listen to what? 2 clients. And that too I already said. It is not full duplex. It is called what? Half duplex. Full duplex means what? When your friend is communicating, you can also speak parallelly. That is called full duplex. But the networking part of this Python, that's why I said this is outdated module, but it is coming in cyber security, IoT level. Sometimes it is coming. That's why I'm giving you separately this part for you. So I'm writing here, this is half duplex. Half duplex means what? When somebody is communicating, opposite person cannot communicate. That is something like a walkie-talkie device kind of communication. That is known as half duplex. So S dot listen of two. These three properties: socket creation, binding with certain local host, making it to listen. With this, what is happening? With this, what is happening? SSP is ready to accept. SSP means what? Server side program. Okay, you are already gold medalist in full forms. SSP is ready to accept any CSP request. What is CSP? మీకు అన్ని తెలుసు ఇవన్నీ బాగా. So CSP is ready to accept. SSP is ready to accept any CSP request. Okay. So then I will write lots of code here. Lots of code I will write it, students. Lots of code I will write it. Let us try to run it. I will temporarily run this. Server square dot py. Server square dot py. Be careful, students. Go to that, save it. In this place, I'm saving it. Try to run this. Try to run it. So I'm going to take up here. I'm going to use it. So here, try to go for this. 1 minute. So here I will take it. Here I will go to this place. You try to observe this diagram once. What this server side program I wrote it. I am expecting one value will come 6 and it will do 6 into 6 here and it is going to give 36 to which program? Client side program. This is first beginning example I am going to give you like this. It is going to be responding back. So I'm going to enter into further example here. Try to go. So this is the one. Go to the command prompt. So here command prompt is available. Server command prompt is there. Client command prompt is there. Here I will write my server side program. Here I will write client side program. So first I will write here py. So I'm writing server square dot py. What is happening because of that? Because of this, what is happening? My program is simply creating socket, binding, and then SSP is ready to accept any request. And immediately program is getting stopped. Immediately program is getting stopped. See students, I'm getting SSP is ready to accept any CSP request. Any CSP request. SSP is ready to accept any CSP request and it is immediately stopped. Now, what is the meaning of server actually? Tell me what is the meaning of server side program? What is the meaning of server side program? It should be ready for 24 by 7 or not? ATM mission. ATM mission is what 24 by 7, which is going on running only. Even my part also, my program also, server side program to be ready for all the times. How do you make it? How do you make it? Now I need to write. How do you make your server side program to run it? First of all, did you understand that? I want to make my server side program to be running for continuously. How do you make it? How do you make it? ఇంకేం లేదు ఇంకా మేక్ ఇట్ లేదు పడలేదు ఇంకా వైల్ ఆఫ్ ట్రూ వైల్ ఆఫ్ ట్రూ అండ్ సే పాస్ వైల్ ఆఫ్ ట్రూ డాట్ పాస్ while of true of pass. What will happen because of while of true? After this message is there, to make it 24 by 7 to run. That means infinitely to be run. I will write while true. Run this, go to that. Now you try to run this. Example, you try to run it. Server square dot py. You try to run it. You will be getting what message? You will be getting this message. SSP is ready to accept CSP request. Continuously it is going to show. Now see, cursor is blinking there. Why the cursor is blinking there? Because you are using what loop? Infinite while loop. So the while loop is continuously executing. So coming to the point of it, here I am going to write it. Here I am going to use it. While true, this is the beautiful logic. Come inside. What to do now? Next time, Charlie. SSP is ready. What is the next? Here you see. Every server-side program must accept the client-side program request. Nothing but what? Getting client-side socket. How do you write it? చెప్పినా కదా, explained concept also. Yes dot accept, which returns what? Two variables. Our last class variable 1 and variable 2. What is that? Variable 1, client client socket and client address. Two variables I am taking. Variable 1, variable 2. You can take it socket, client socket, and client address. This is accept. It's a hot for network programming. Okay. After accepting, what he will do? What he will do? Every server-side program must read the requested data, process it, and give response back to the client-side program. How do you read the data? How do you read the data? Diagram చూపిస్తే చూడండి. So here data is coming. Data is coming. Requested. Send 6. 6 is coming here. Accepted. Now I need to get this 6 here. How to get it? మీరు ఆల్మోస్ట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్డర్ అయిపోయినారు అసలు. cs dot recv of 1024 dot what? Decode of I said. recv function is used for what? recv function is used for what? Reading client requested data at a server side program. మీరు చదువుకోరు కదా అసలు, కదా? You will not read now. Correct? You won't read, correct? cs dot, here I said already. This function can be used at server side for receiving client request, used at client side program for receiving the response. We can convert str data into another possible type by using typecasting functions. Client socket object dot recv of 1024, the data size to be mentioned, which is coming in bytes. Bytes dot decode, I'm getting str data or simple data. Client dot recv, and you mention that, that will give you the bytes data. Immediately go for what? Decode of, I'm getting what? strobj. strobj. Now I'm going to get this strobj. Go to this program now. Here I'm writing which receives what data? Client side data. Client side data, I got it. Client side data. Client side data, I got it. What is this client side data? Which type? str type. That str type I need to go for what? This is accepting the client request, reading the client data in the form of str. Now I need to read the data. How do you read the data? Float. Float. Client value is equal to float of csd. csd. I'm typecasting the string data into which type? Float type. Float type. Of course, this I should not write it. cv. cv. What is the cv here? Client value in the form of which type? Float type. So I read. ఇంకా మీరు డైరెక్ట్ ఇలా కూడా రాసేస్తాను. డైరెక్ట్ నేను ఇలా రాసేస్తాను. నేను మీరు మంచి పవర్ఫుల్ స్టూడెంట్ అయితే మనకంత లేదు కాబట్టి సపరేట్ రాస్తున్నాను నేను. సపరేట్. అండర్స్టాండ్? ఫైన్. సో cs dot recv of 1024 decode str data. That str data I'm typecasting to what? Float. Now I need to do what? See, but a step by step process. Read the requested data. Process. What is my business logic here? Write a server side program. Square it. Square it. I need to do what now? I need to go for squaring it. How do I do the squaring? I need to get the result with the squaring. How do you get it? Hmm? How do you square it? Hmm? Ma? చెప్పు. చెప్పు. నేను చెప్తాది రాస్తా. How do you square it? So For us, good. CEV star star 2 is equal to what? RES. Squaring teleda? Tella idi. You can also write what? Star CV. CV into CV is called squaring. 5 into 5, 5 square. 5 star star 2. Exponentiation operator. మనం చదువుకుంటే దానికి ఒక సార్థకత ఉండాలి. మనం వచ్చామంటే దానికి ఒక మీనింగ్ ఉండాలి. Squaring, how to square the number also you are getting doubt. 23 years. So, RES. While I'm doing this kind of data, while I'm going to do this data, some exception may be chance of getting. What that exception can be? What that exception can be? Value error. So here I will print the data which is coming from the side. So value of client, value of client, value of client at server program is equal to what? CSD, CSD. So here I am writing it, CSD. I'm converting into which type? RES, float type. Now I need to give this RES. RES is which type? Float type. I need to give the response back. చూడండి ఇక్కడ process date CV star star 2 and give response back to the client side program. How do you give response back to the client side program? How do you give response back to the client side program? By using the function name called what? Send. Send. I will write it what here? CS dot CS dot. I already mentioned just today. Client socket object dot send of bytes data. But I'm having which data? Non-str value. Convert into what? str. In str there is a function called encode of. So I'm going to take up send of what? str of. What is this? Res dot what? Encode of. Encode of. str of res. Convert the float value into str. Dot encode of. We got the answer. CS dot send off like that. So once you send it, client will receive it. How to write the client side program? I'll write it. Moreover, any exception is coming, I will write here. While I am writing try, I am writing try. There I am writing except. Except I am writing. What one value I need to write? Value error I am going to write it. Value error I am going to write it. What should I do there? I must. Earlier I used to write what? Don't enter. Don't enter ALNUMs. Don't enter ALNUMs, comma what? Uh, STRs. And what next? Symbols. Like this I said to you. Like this I said. But I want today, I don't want to print. I want to send the message to the client itself. How do you send this message? I want to send to the client. How do you send? CS dot send off. This is called which data? STR data. Dot what I will say? Encode off. Encode off. This exception message I am sending to the client itself. In the form of what? CS dot send off the string data encoding format. Perfect. This is called a square server square. Server square. Right. Come out of that. Make my command prompt ready. You try to run this again. PY. Now my server program is ready. Now I'll write which program? Client program I will write it. Client program. Client program I'm going to write. Take my problem statement. This statement I'm going to take up. So this problem statement I'm going to take up. So let us take this problem statement here. So very simple. Very simple. Let me take up client side program. So I'll write new others Python here written. So I'll keep comment here. I'm saying that. So try to follow me. So I'll say here. So now I'm going to take up. So here value from keyboard. Something like value from keyboard and send this data. Okay, not an issue. Now I'll write the code. Now how do I write the code? client side program. Steps of client side program. Already developed client side program. Import a socket module. Import a socket. Import a socket. Create an object of socket. Create an object of socket. How do you create an object of socket here? So I'm writing here. S is equal to socket dot socket of. S is equal to socket dot socket of. So who is this? Abhi. Sir, please explain once again. It is confusing to me. See, once you are getting confused, you must read the notes. S is equal to socket dot socket. I am explaining from last 3 days onwards. So again and again explanation. I already gave you perfect explanation for it. So I need to go for what? This is called what? Creating socket object. Definitely it is a confusing only. Why? Without reading, if you come to the class, it is a confusing only. Such a big explanation I gave you. Such a steps are giving. Without reading, if you get confused, we are not responsible for it. Now I'm going to write it. S is equal to socket dot socket of it. Now I need to write it. Yes or dot. What is the next step? Connect. Every client side program must connect. Get the connection from where? Right. Go to the place. Yes or dot. Connect off. Yes or dot connect off. Connect function will take what? Two parameters, a DNS and port number. So here localhost, comma 8558. This is my port number, which I was already mentioned at this place. This was already mentioned. The same thing you need to mention at this place. Done. Because of that is what is happening. What is happening? Come on. CSP got connection from SSP. SSP server side program got connection. Once getting the connection, what should I do? Once a connection is getting, next what to do? Server side program must send the request to the server side program. So without reading, if you come, it is a confusing only. With reading like me, if you come, it is everything is perfect. Now I need to read the data from the keyboard. How do I get it? N is equal to input of input of enter a number enter a number for getting its square. For getting its square. We are reaching to the stage of how to develop a charting application also. ఆ స్టేజ్కి వచ్చేసామంటే దాన్ని బట్టి అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. You have to understand. When we come to that stage means there's so many things you need to learn it. Without reading, nothing will come, students. That is the most important thing everybody has to. N is equal to input of enter a number for getting its square. Why I did not write int here? Suppose if I write int here, again I have to convert into str and str dot encode I have to use it. That's why I don't want to go for taking into which type? Int type. Directly I'm going to be like this. Okay, accepting a number and do what? Send the request. To whom I have to send? Server. So yesterday, last class I already sent. Today also I'm sending. So I want to send the number to this place. How do you send? Yes or dot. What is this? Send off. Your value called n. Dot what you can write it? N code off. N is called again. Anyhow, it is a string data only. So go to the place now. This program you write it. Yes or dot. Send off. N dot. Encode off. Encode off. Beautiful. Once you say yes dot encode of that, it connect to this system, it connect to this place, and yes dot encode go to the server side, connected, and get receiving the data CS. Read that value called what you entered CSD, print that value at the server, and getting that value from the CSD, do the squaring, and again sending back to the client. Once it is sending back, you need to receive it. Yes dot recv of 1024 dot what decode of, which is going to coming to what? Server response. Server result. Now you can print here what? Square of value square of value is equal to like this. dot format of n comma sres server response. Beautiful. That's all. So coming to the point of it, what is this now? Client square. Client square. I'm going to write it dot py. No doubt in that. It is typical programming. It is a typical programming, very typical programming. Because I said already, conversation between two friends is called what? Networking program. Already we learned Python with a database communication. Already I said same communication here also. So not a difficult. I never feel any difficult. I never. Whatever the way I explain data types, this also I'm explaining same way. So coming to the point of it. Now I'm going to say enter into this place. Coming to this place. What is this? Yunus, what happens now? Sir, I joined 2 p.m. IST MySQL and MongoDB class. Sir, yesterday, sir asked me how many data types in Python. Some of your student, including me, said 14. He was shocked to see the answer and asked, there are really 14 data types in Python. He said he thought there were only six. So, so 14 data types. So he said he thought there were only six. So that is their talent. That is their talent. See, intermediate level, if you take it, 10 plus 2, if you take it, there are the people who teach us only IPE, only IPE. What is that? Sin theta, cos theta, etc. Theta, all those things they'll say. There are IIT faculties are also there in intermediate colleges. IIT, top batches only they will teach. Their salary monthly is 4 lakhs. These people's salary is only 30,000. 30,000 because subject is less. Depends. So these people also same head, same brain, same dress, same two hands, two legs, everything same. But what is different? Subject is different. Even he is better. He is no six categories I said, and 14 data types also I said. 14 data types classified into six categories. Somebody will say only two into float. Somebody will say three into float bool. Then what we say to them? So it depends on their talent and capability. It depends on their talent and capability. So we cannot uh, see all fingers are not same. One finger is big, one finger is small, but all fingers are there in the world. Correct or not? Yunus, following now, he said about six categories. Okay. So he may say two categories also, no problem. Whatever the categories they said, you try to learn database properly. Okay now. So let us move to that. Even I don't know who is that person teaching that MySQL and all. Try to learn good and do some type of good things in the class. Right. Let us move to the further. Now I'm going to enter into client square.py. Try to run it. So now enter into this place. Here I'm going to enter into this place. Now try to do it. Server side program is running. Now go to the client side. Now try to run it. Now I'm going to take up. Here I'm going to take up. I will run it. Py. What is my program name? What is my program name? Client square.py. Client square.py. So here I will go to client square. See how I am running it. So while you are seeing this result, be careful. You try to see in this way. These are your eyes. Here you need to keep one eye. Here you need to keep one more eye. This is your nose. Like that you need to see. Are you seeing this now? Are you okay? You need to see like this. Huh? So coming to the point of it. So come to the point of it. Now I'll say py client square dot py client square dot py. What is this? Abhi from Ongol. We know starting of our batch how you are kind-hearted trainer. What is it? We know starting of our batch how you are a kind-hearted trainer means huh? Starting onwards. స్టార్టింగ్ అన్వర్డ్స్ లేదు అక్కడ అంటే నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు సెంటెన్స్ అది వి నో స్టార్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ బ్యాచ్ హౌ యు ఆర్ కైండ్ హార్టెడ్ ట్రైనర్ వచ్చానా ఆన్సర్ అది ఆన్సరా కాంప్లిమెంటా ఓకే కాంప్లిమెంట్ నాకు కాంప్లిమెంట్ అవసరం లేదు మీరు చదువుకోండి నేర్చుకోండి బాగా కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఓకే ఐఎమ్ అప్రిషియేటింగ్ బట్ రీడ్ వెల్ యు రీడ్ వెల్ సో ఓకే అభి మీన్ యు ఆర్ గుడ్ ట్రైనర్ among all, sir. Okay, thank you. But you are confusing. Abhi. So, come to the point of it. So, kind-hearted manaku, sorry is kind-hearted, hard-hearted, that is not necessary. Whether we are getting good subject or not, correct or not. Suppose nenuna anko, suppose I am there. I am going to some place to learn it. I don't bother about it. Sir kind-hearted, hard-hearted. Even sir is shouting on me, I never bother. If sir is teaching well, I like it. Kind-hearted, soft-hearted, sir is not saying anything, sir is not talking to me, I don't like it. Sir is teaching well or not, I will, because I am going there to learn the subject. I need that. So, so come to the point back. So you are okay, students. Come to the point. Okay, anyhow, thank you. I'm really what you are thinking, kind-hearted. I'm not only just kind-hearted, very soft, kind-hearted. That too. So not normal kind-hearted, very soft, kind-hearted. In the class only, I will be like talking to you something hard in the sense which can touch your mind. Hot, I want to change you, but outside I don't talk like that. I'll talk very softly. So I'm really very kind-hearted. Even when I was in beginning, I took one lecture in one college. I said, did you remember? DSA. After taking that lecture, I went to some colleges. They put, because I came from university, they put some colleges for Viva also. Viva. For your colleges, examiners will come or not. There I went. Even though they did not answer anything, because by seeing their performance, myself felt very pretty for it. Very pretty. Not even put the pen on the paper, but still they are unable to write even single line also. I gave 50 out of 50 in practical exams. I'm remembering I went to one college, not at all speaking anything. What your name also is not saying. Well, based on name, I may reduce the marks, saying what is your native place. I don't know that day. He said, Prakashan district, he said. Actually, don't know anything. I gave 50 out of 50. Of course, I gave to everybody 50 out of 50. But they need to get subject. If other person is there, of course, in colleges they don't do like that. But I used to give full marks to every student, even though they don't read. Because marks is only one way to encourage them, but it is not a route to the industry. You have to learn subject. Okay, students, thank you for your compliments. Now let us enter. So on soft, sorry, soft. So we should be kind-hearted, not like that. We should be hard only with SAR. Why? SAR teaches well. We like it. Otherwise, no. Correct or not? Yes. So now coming to the point back. So see that what is happening. CSP got connection with what? SSP. Enter a number for getting its square. Now I am entering 5. I am pressing enter key. I am pressing enter key. Once if I press enter key, 5 will go here and answer will come as what? 25. Square of 5 is equal to what you will get it? 25 you will get it. Are you following me? So see this now, students. Here, value of client at server, value of client at server. Square of 5 is equal to what? 25. Are you following? And by seeing this output, you don't feel that it is going to be easy. The program to write is important. Run once again. Run the code. I will say minus 12. This minus 12 is an input. This minus 12 is an input. Take this now. Minus 12 is an input got from keyboard. I am sending to the server. Server side program will be accepting, receiving the minus 12, printing minus 12, converted into float. Minus 12 square is called what? 144. 144 sent back to the client. Client will receive that and printing the data. Printing the data. See ma, how simple it is. Value of client at server is minus 12. Square of minus 12 is 144. Try to run once again. KV12, KV12, KV12. What is happening? Exception. Send KV12. Don't enter ALNEMs, STRs and symbols. What a beautiful subject. But then charting application చెప్తాను బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉంటుంది అది. How you do with charting? Like that. So enter. I'll say some dollar. What is happening? Don't enter alpha symbols and everything. Understand? This same thing we will go for what Django also. MVT architecture. Your favorite answer. Model view template. In Java, it is an MVC architecture. And this is MVT, just left and left finger. If they teach properly. Teacher is important in the life. Day one, what I said? Hey, last days also, same commitment, same performance. Of course, only one thing, I'm coming 10 minutes late these days because my morning batch started at 7:30. The time itself is. So I'm taking up to 9 o'clock. That's why I'm coming some late to the class. Because you know, the reason you know, offline students knows the reason. Right. Are you following? Right. Go to next program I want to go for it. Online students, is my program is clear. Rohit Kumar, Avi is praising your teaching. Okay, my dear student, thank you. So, because of I am teaching to the students where they can understand, that's why I am in 27 years of teaching experience now. Okay, students, online students, is it clear my program here? Now we'll go to the next program. Next program, I will go for it. Shall we read the next program? Right. Open the notes. Next program. Next program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will implement the following. And the following. Now, server program I am writing. Server program I am writing. What is the server program? Write a server side program in such a way that write a server side program in such a way that it should it should accept a message. Accept a message. It should accept a message. Write a server side program or write a server program in such a way that it should accept a message from client side program. Client side program. It should accept a message from client side program, comma, or I can write it directly and give reply to the client side program and give reply and give reply to the client side program. Give reply to the client side program. Give reply to the client side program. Now I am writing client. I am writing client. I'm writing client program, I'm saying here. What is the client side program? Write a client side program in such a way that it should accept a message from keyboard. It should accept a message from keyboard and write a client side program in such a way that it should accept a message. It should accept a message from keyboard, send it to the server side, send it to the server side, send it to the server side, and a reply, get a reply, get a reply from, get reply from server side program, or develop, develop a charting application, develop a charting application between client and server, between client and server side programs. Client and server side programs you develop. So develop charting application between client and server side programs. So how to develop it? Class work or homework? Ma, class work. Homework even no compulsory even le. Don't fear it. So coming to the point back. So online students. So students are very less today. Online how many? N99 is there. So because people are in underground only most of the times. So now I am going to enter into the Yunus. They are underground only. Underground day. Saturday means underground day. Hmm. So okay, students. Now I will go to this place. Develop charting application between client and server. Two programs I will write it. Shall I go to it? Start. So now I'm going to enter into two programs. I'm going to take it. What is this now? Program A I will copy. This is called server program, or simply I will take up this data. So here I wrote it. Here I wrote it. Then start. How do you start? Import socket. What we will do next? S is equal to socket dot socket. Socket dot socket of. Okay. S dot what? Bind of. Bind of 127.0.0.1 999 999 999. Some number I said. S dot what? Listen off. Listen off. Of 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Done. If I don't write this listen now, server will become dumb. Dumb means what? Can't listen. Client request cannot be listened. It will become dumb. Dumb means what? Can't hear, can't see. Dumb. Next. So, what to do next? I have to make the server to continuously run or not. What I will do? While true. I will write while true. What I will do? Accepting. CS, comma, CA. Don't think that they are predefined variables. Client socket dot what? Client address is equal to yes dot what? Accept of. I can take even in single variable also. Single variable also. What is the single variable type? This one is called what? Function with multi-line assignment. This is known as what here X. What is the next type? What is the next type? Function call with a single variable. Function with a single line assignment. What is it? లేదు చదివితే కదా ఎప్పుడన్నా నీడ్ టు రీడ్ ఫర్ అస్ రాంగ్ ఆన్సర్ టపుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టపుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ టపుల్ చూపిస్తాం మీకు ఫ్లాష్ బ్యాక్ మీకు మొత్తం ఫ్లాష్ బ్యాక్లు చూపిస్తున్నాయి ఈ మధ్య సో ఫ్లాష్ బ్యాక్లు చూపిస్తున్నా గో టు 9 AM 9 AM functions under that approach number 4 అప్రోచ్ నంబర్ 4. నాకు ఫైల్ నేమ్ కూడా గుర్తుంది. 15వ డేటు 10th 10వ నెలన 2024 10 గంటల 11 నిమిషాలకు చెప్పాను నేను. సో 15th date 10th month 2024 10 o'clock 11 minutes I said that example. See that here return of ABC function call with multi-line assignment, function call with single line assignment. Here RES is which type? Tuple type అని చెప్పలేదా? మన దాంట్లో అంతా ఉంటది. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ అవర్ నోట్స్. దట్స్ వై ఐ ఫీల్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ అబౌట్ మై నోట్స్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. బికాజ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ మై నోట్స్. మీకు ఏం కావాలి అదే కావాల్సింది. టు గెట్ ద జాబ్ దట్ ఓన్లీ రిక్వైర్డ్. గో ఎనీవేర్, సీ దేర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, మన నోట్స్ లో ఉంటాయి అవి. ఇట్ ఈస్ దర్. అది నా డ్రీమ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ మై డ్రీమ్. దట్స్ వై ఐ విల్ గో టు దిస్ మచ్ ఆఫ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ డిస్కషన్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్. By this time, I would have been finishing. I would have been starting other batch, but I don't want. I should not do business with education. I have to go for what? Deep discussion. There is a blessings. Deep discussion explaining in the class is good blessings. There is a teacher quality, first quality. So, come to the point. Now go to the next. Socket object. Socket object. See address. If you don't read, what can I do? Tell me. If you are my brother or sister, if you are there in my home now, you will continuously read. I will not tell you read. I won't tell, but you will read. How? That's all. I don't know that. You don't know. Of course, you don't feel something different. Whoever relatives are there, whenever I go to their home, any Sunday or some Saturday evening, night time or something, whenever I go, whichever house I go to my known relatives, any children are there who are studying people up to BTech or engineering. The moment when I go, definitely they are under reading only. And that day their parents are very happy. Today only he is reading. They will say either father is relative or mother is my relative. Today only relating is reading. Otherwise, no. And they will call also. Today, చదివిన కాడికి రా వచ్చేసి don't, he will not give marks for you like. So and it's something they feel that he may ask some questions to us. We need to refer something like that. So come to like that. So now see socket object address dot socket. Next what I will do? Next what I will do? Socket object got it. Now receive the data. How do you do that now? So cs dot socket object dot what? recv 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 of what? 1024 dot what? Decode of what is coming? Message will be coming. Client message will come. Client message will come. Client side message will be coming. Client side program message, CSP message. Client side program message will come. That I will print it. Print off. Assume that chatting between you and me. Who are you? Student, I will take it. Student. That is the student prompt. Student is saying this message. But the message I am writing dot format of what? CSP MSG. This is a message is coming from your side. Based on your message, I will also give message for you. You said hi sir, you said that hi sir will be printed with me. I understand that student. Now based on student, I will read your message. I will give reply to that. To give the reply, I need to read the data from keyboard or not. How do you read the data from keyboard? Server message. SSP message is equal to SSP message. MSG is equal to input of who is this now? KVR message I am going to give you. This is a message KVR. Prompt will come. Its cursor is waiting. From there I will enter. That message I will give to whom? Client. How do you give? C socket dot send off. What is this now? SSP message dot what? Encode off. Encode off. Encode off is a function present in where? String SSP message. That's all. Going on giving message until what is finished. Client will stop the message. Understood? So coming to the point of it, here I am going to write it. Coming to this place, now I am going to Enter. So Pavan, when our Python class started, at that time Python class started in KPHP. Now Python completed and also NumPy and Pandas completed, sir. Huh? When our Python class started, at that time Python class started in PHP. Now Python completed, also NumPy and Pandas completed, sir. Where? In KPHP. They will complete other things also. Everything they will complete. But we, if I start NumPy and Pandas, you bring any working employee, just flat ante. Because they will explain NumPy 15 days. Pandas 18 days I will explain. Total knowledge I will give you. Matplotlib, total visualization I will explain. I can explain NumPy in 2 days. Okay, NumPy is over. You will feel okay, NumPy is over. You will become Pi, PIE. Pi no value these days. Rupees is having value, correct or not? Pandas, I can complete in 1 or 2 days. You will become Panda. What is the use? Matplotlib, Matplotlib also so perfectly. If I explain one day, you will become mat. No use. So ultimate, we will even Python here or everywhere they will complete in 20, 25 days, 30 days. But I don't do that. But tomorrow, if you go to any big companies, question will be from our notes only. If you read well, you will do wonders. That's my dream. Where you need to. Anyhow, students, it depends on their talent and all those things. We will do it. And while true, now I will move to the further. Students, now this is I'm giving server chart. Server chart dot what? Py. Server chart dot py. Okay. Now save this code. Save this code. Now I'm going to come to 9 a.m. networks. Networks. So here, like this. Go to the place. Here I'm going to. Now I will write what chart? Client chart. I will write it. Go to the new program. So there I will write it. New program. I'll bring this problem statement. Here I'm writing it. Now I will write which program I will write it. Client chart. So here I'm writing client chart dot py. Client chart dot py. Tell me now. Import what? Socket. Hmm. Socket dot socket off. What is this now? S is equal to yes dot what? Connect off. I will take up whatever is written here. I will bring as it is. I'll bring as it is. Okay. So this is written now. This type of thing I will go for what? Accept the message from the keyboard. Now what is this now? CSP message which I need to send to the client. CSP message which I need to send. Input of who is accepting? Student. Student prompt this is. Student prompt. This is student prompt. Uh, Enter the student prompt. Send this message to whom? Server. Server. How do you send? CSP SO dot send off CSP MSG dot what? Encode off. Encode off. Yes, sending. Now, at the same time, you will receive also yes dot what? RECV of 1024 dot what? Decode off. It will return what message? SSP message. SSP message. Server side program message. I will print here at your place KVR message it is coming from that place. Here comma what? SSP message. And that too, when you are reading this message, I will decide. Sir, if you say this message and this message to be continued, continuously go on sending it. Once you say bye, sir, bye means what? I need to go for terminating the charting. Here I will write it. What is that now? CSP message MSG is equal to what? Dot what? Lower off. Dot lower off is equal to what? Bye. Bye. What is happening now? I will say the same message to that. I'll say the same message to that and I will write it what? Break I will write it. Whenever I write break, definitely loop is required or not? And this charting message is a continuous. Why? Look at client side program. Repeat step number 4, step number 5 until all my client requests are completing. Charting application is not one time. It's a continuous message it is going to give. It is a continuous message it is going to give. So I hope you are following me. So once you are going on sending this socket and everything to be maintained infinitely, I will write it as what? While true. This entire thing, socket creation, socket connection to be maintained permanently. This is going to be called what? The charting message. I hope you are following me. If your message is by, I'll send the by, I'll say send, SEND. I'll send the message called this, and I will say what? Breaking. If you are not saying by, you are sending something, you send the message, receive the message. Send the message, receive the message. I think you are following me. Save this now. Client chart.py. Client chart.py. So here, write done. Go to the place, students. You terminate it. So when server is not getting terminated, close the window of that. Go to the command prompt once again. Go to the command prompt once again. So here, so go to the place here. Command prompt, you take it. CMD here. Once you open it, run as administrator. E colon, go to the place, KVR, Python, Python, say 9 a.m. networks here. So this is my server prompt. Already client prompt is there, ma. Already client prompt is there. Now I will go for the charting application. So tell me, py, server chart, server chart dot py. What happens? Not saved. Save చేయలేదా? I saved in server chart. It is there. No? Server chart, it is there. Server chart. Okay. So it is SCVER is there. Spelling mistake. Okay. PY, this one. So this is now ready. So I used earlier SCR. This is only SC. Okay. Now I'll go to client chart message. I will go for it. Already my program is what I saved it. Client chart. This I want to take up. Be careful, students. Open another dash prompt. Here I'll write PY client chart. Now asking student. So started communication from student. Understand? What is the student is asking? Hi sir. Hi sir. So hi sir. So I'm writing hi sir. This message will go where? Server. You need to see up and down. I said how to see like this. You need to see. Okay now. So this message will go here. And that will print as what? Student prompt it is printed. KVR prompt will come immediately. See that now? It went there. I think it was 1 minute student. Go to the program once. It was chart level. Decode off. I need to say off. Off I forget. Decode off I forget. Run once again. Okay. Now go to this place. You say py. Now, hi sir. Hi sir. So message is going there. That is my cursor is there. Student below window. So here only one mouse port is there. Actually, this is in two devices. One system you will sit, another system I will set. So communication is going on because this is only one mouse port is there. I have to change this mouse port here. I have to click here. At which place? Server. So when I'm clicking on server, this window is not active. It will be busy. It will be minimized. Now here I will type it. What I will type it? Hi student. Hi my dear student. I will write like this. When I type it, it will go to where? Client, press this, it will go to this place. KVR, hi, my dear student. Next, sir, sir, when I will get job? When I will get job? Message is going there. Now, sir is asking, KVR sir asking, student, are you reading my notes? Are you reading and practicing and writing notes? Writing notes, writing notes, question mark. So this one is coming. Student, are you reading and practicing my notes? Sir, without doing the above, without doing the above, will I get a job? Without doing above, will I get the job? Will I get job? Will I get job? Okay. Without asking food, is our parents will give food or not? That means without doing work hard, how can you get it? How it is possible? How it is possible in universe? How it is possible in universe? How it is possible in universe? So without keeping pressure on something, how it can move? To move something, it requires some pressure or not? So it will go there. How it is possible in universe? So is there is there any backdoor job, sir? Is there any backdoor job? Backdoor job. Now, sir will say, don't go to backdoor. Don't go to backdoor. Backdoor ventilators. Ventilators means on the top of window, ventilators will be there. Building below. That is old style. Nowadays, no ventilators, nothing. Ventilators. Don't go for that. Ventilators and through windows and all, no doors like that. And enter like a tiger. Enter like a tiger. Tiger from which door? Main door. So enter like a tiger like a main door. Bye, sir. Bye. So bye. It is going to be done. So bye. So what is happening? So it is becoming bye. So this is going to be the way you are going to be, the way which you are going to end with. I think so. Are you able to follow? Like that, you can go for developing that application. I think it is more clear for you. Clear or not clear? So once you say that kind of thing, you will be getting out of it. Clear or not clear? So in WhatsApp chat also like that only. Once you close that window or you are getting back button or not, it is terminated. In Django also you can develop that application. That is a browser chat. Gmail chatting, global chatting is there and private chatting is there. Suppose my students are communicating with me. It's got one type of chat application only. I've opened the chat here. It is nothing but some type of the application only, that is enter the chat message, they are receiving. This is called one to many chatting. You can develop one to many chatting also. There is a global chatting we can call. Simple. So Django module will contain still more modules are available there to enhance your skill. But everything is called depends on this. Easy or difficult? Dead easy. Nothing is there. Next, this is comes under what? Two-tier application we can call. Two-tier application. We can develop three-tier application also, like a result portal. Result portal. So I will, a client will enter the hall ticket number. Hall ticket number will go to the server. Server will communicate with whom? Database. Server will communicate with the database like this. You will send the hall ticket number here. You will send the hall ticket number. Hall ticket number. Hall ticket number will go to the server side program. Server side program will connect and get the details, and that details will be given here in the form of HTML form. I will give in the form of console level application. I will give. Simple. So what is the beauty behind that? Steps of client side, steps of server side. how to write the coding. That's all. Networking, nobody can explain. No, people can't explain. Whoops say in 2 days, whoops will be over. That's why I used to criticize in the class. Whoops is whoops, Sunny. But here, whoops, I almost said 15 days. I said to you, are you perfect? Perfect. చదువుకుంటే కదా. Without doing hard working, you will not become perfect. That is a universal thing. You also know that. By knowing that, why you won't read, I don't know. So, anyhow, students. So, I'll stop my class. Next class, when I come back, I will go for what? Three-tier architecture application, I will tell you. Three-tier architecture applications, I will tell you. Don't miss the class. Right. So, we almost coming to an end of the course. Don't miss the class on Monday. Then next I will start date and time also. I will start date and time. Dead easy. Next most important topic I kept in the last, that is called regular expressions. I will tell you. Iterators concept is also I will tell you. Okay, no? So don't miss the classes. Thank you. All the best. Online students, you hold on. If any doubts are there, I'll clarify it. Online students. Suman Kumar. Suman Kumar.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Suman.
Sir, actually here you have talked about this server and client side, but actually sometimes actually we have need to connect only server side and we have to run some script and getting that output. So there actually only will write one side program, that is enough, na sir? Suppose some script is there on server side, I have to call that script and that script has some output. Suppose some script is there that is running on server side alone. But if you want to
That
call
you have
that
to connect.
script,
That you have to connect now. That
yeah.
you have to connect. To call
Yes,
that
yes.
server side script, you have to connect it.
Yes, sir. So directly we'll do this s dot connect and then we'll
Yes,
hit that script at server and
yes,
we'll
you can.
collect the output of that script.
Yes, you can get it by calling that function.
Yeah.
If the script is available in the function, you can call that function. Because to
Okay.
call the output in somewhere, that code must be there in the function. Because functions only will provide the reusability.
Okay. Okay. Because at server side also that is the standalone script is there. So alone we can run their server side. That
You
script
can
is
run.
running.
That's what I'm running. You can run, but the point is, you take IRCTC project for example.
Yeah.
The server side project is running alone. It is any client want to reserve it, you have to connect to it, right or not? After
Yes. Yes.
connecting it, we have
Yeah.
to call the function called reservation so that we will be getting the output of it. So the server side standalone output, if you want to get it, the output related logic must present in the function so that you can call that function, you will get the result of it.
Okay. Okay.
So I hope you got it.
I got it, sir. But actually, at server side, actually there is no any function, sir. Direct script is there. So suppose some shell script is there at server side. So there,
That's what.
if you are hitting
That
that script, yeah.
if the shell script is going to provide any facility to accept that output directly, generally, with my knowledge, anything, if you want to reuse in somewhere, that reusability to be done only through function.
So that function actually you have to write at
You
client
have to
side, sir.
call.
Na? Here is.
You have to call it. You have to call
Yeah.
it. Like our modules, how we import and we'll call na like that.
Yeah.
Okay, na?
Yes. Okay, sir. Let me try. Then next class.
Try. Okay, no problem. Try it and the next class let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suppose actually how actually in real time, sir, actually we are connecting to a machine and there's are some Linux box is there. And then actually I have to do some Unix related programming from client side to at server side. Generally,
No
what we are
problem.
doing in real time, sir, we are
We'll,
connecting to
we'll,
one IP, we are going at server, and then we are
yes.
doing some work there. Instead of
Yes.
that, directly we can do the same work from client side.
You can do it, but to connect to the server, there a lot of functionalities will be there. Which functionality you want to do from your side, you have to accept that functionality related code.
Okay, okay, okay.
So that functionality related code to be done through function only.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So you try for it. Still there is anything, you let me know that.
Okay, okay, sir.
Right. Anything doubt, students? So Tejas is asking, Star, still how many days? SEMA, it is going to complete on January 2nd or 3rd or 4th. In those 3 days, in one day that will complete. Very soon we are coming to ending. Very soon we are going to come to ending. So we are going to start later. NumPy Pandas also will start for you. Right. Rakesh, not only JavaScript, we can JavaScript is a client-side validation purpose we use it. Ravi Kumar Yadav.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ravi.
Sir, is my voice coming?
Yes.
Sir, I want to take some personal help from you. Actually, I
Your voice
now
is breaking,
and
Ravi.
sir, currently I am working as a PHP developer of
Okay.
about 2 year experience. I
Mm,
am trying to, as I am learning Python, uh, wish to switch my
mm,
career from PHP to Python. Sir, should I
mhm,
leave my job and then studies these, or working while working I
mm.
should prepare for Python?
So
Will you
don't
guide
leave the
me?
job, ma. Don't leave the job. You be with that, and along with that, you work hard. Other after your job timings, you work. It is easy for you to shift your career to Python. Why? Because already you are in the web development. It is
Yes,
easy
sir.
for you to enter into this web development of Python. So anyhow, you opted for full stack Python, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it is so easy for you to deal with because HTML, CSS might be they are very easy for you.
Yes, sir. I know. I already
Only
know
thing,
this thing. HTML, CSS.
only Django you concentrate well so that you will do good.
Sir, one thing more. I should, while updating my resume, should I show the PHP experience or should I hide that
No
from
problem. No, no, don't hide it. You show it as a Python experience only.
PHP?
Because same thing. PHP experience, you show it as a Python experience. Django or web application development experience only you show.
Okay, sir.
Not a problem
I,
because not a, same project you explain through Django level or Python. You can explain instead of PHP syntaxes. You can say I did with Django or Python. You say no problem.
okay, sir. Thank
Right,
you, sir, for guiding me.
right, Ravi. Okay, students, take care. Rakesh, JavaScript is used at client side scripting. Client side scripting. We will use client side scripting. VB script also we can use, but JavaScript